Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Cavaliers MyNBA series here on NBA2K21 for the PlayStation 5. Today's episode is a very exciting one as we have Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The winner will be going to the NBA Finals, and the loser will be going home. Last episode was Game 6. We ended up winning 107-86. The Bucks actually the lead at halftime, but we outscored them by 17 points in the third quarter and 11 in the fourth, en route to a nice victory. We went on a 20-0 run at the end of the third quarter as well, and the Bucks really just had no answers for us after halftime. Our defensive scheme is still working. The Bucks shot the ball a little bit better in this game, but they still are living and dying by the three ball since we switched to the 2-3 zone, and it still didn't really work in this game. I mean, John Musa took 15 three-pointers, so that shouldn't really be happening if you're Milwaukee, and they have to adjust here for this Game 7, or else I do think they are in trouble. Should be a very fun one today. I am making a minor change with the rotation. I noticed that Odavia Shepherd only played 20 minutes out of a possible 32 in Game 6, and he's our best player. He needs to be out there for a majority of the game, so we're going to have him out a little bit longer. The defensive scheme change, though, that will remain the same. The focus will still be to protect the paint, and we're still going to run the 2-3 zone just so we can not let Giannis just drive on us so easily, and instead let the supporting cast beat us. I think the only way Milwaukee wins this game is if their shooters get hot, and if they do get hot, then we will have to possibly adjust, maybe go to a 3-2 zone, maybe go back to man-to-man. So we'll figure that out if is necessary. But here we go. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the second Game 7 we've ever had in this series. The first one was quite exciting last year in round 1 against the Nets. This is it. Garrett still has it, under 5 to go, passes it for Killa, Cam, Reddish, he ties it! Rebound, are the Cavs gonna hold or go for the quick shot? Reddish, back to Garrett, for 3, it's good! Katie has it, under 4 to go. Durant pulls up, tight defense from Reddish, but it still falls. Reddish on the inbound for Sexton at the buzzer, oh my goodness, he got that! Colin Sexton might have just won the game for the Cavs if he got it off in time. The ball is out before the clock hits 0. So that play is going to count, and the Cavs are going to win, barring some incredibly, historically awful call. It's good that a lot of these young guys have already experienced Game 7s. They know what to expect. This one is a little bit more high pressure since they could go to the finals, but you get the point. Regular starters for the Cavs, it'll be Shepherd, JHW, Garrett, Kawhi, and Big Fafa. For the Bucks, again, regulars. Terry, Musa, Giannis, DiVincenzo, and Wendell Carter, as Carter starts the game off with a quick dunk. Milwaukee up 3-0. Giannis then going in, getting the layup. That's what Giannis needs to do. He needs to drive to the basket because he has not done that in games 5 or 6. And if he does, I think Milwaukee could absolutely win this game. Shepherd gets it out to the rookie, Jason Higgins-Whitecraft for 3. JHW's first Game 7. I'm really curious to see how he does today. Wendell Carter, guarded by Garrett, gets it out to the Greek Freak, over to John Musa, who hits for Trey. Musa had 19 points in Game 6, but on 17 shots, 15 of which came from 3. So I think Musa needs to certainly be smarter with his shot selection in this game. Cedric Garrett hits for Trey, and this game has been all offense so far. Both teams are looking really good scoring the basketball so far. Nice layup for John Musa, as it's now 12-8. The Cavs are making a minor change. They're going to go into a 3-2 zone to try to focus on protecting the perimeter. It didn't work on that possession, as John Musa now has 8 points. He is red hot at the moment. There's a nice drive by Shepherd for the slam. You don't normally see Giannis getting bullied inside, but Giannis did. He got bullied by a 180-pound twig, to be exact. Tyrell Terry with it. Terry gets a little bit too much space. Bad defense by Higgins-Whitecraft. Tyrell Terry sinks for 3, and the Bucks are on fire. They've scored 18 points here in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. Why not add some more? It's Dante DiVincenzo for 3. DiVincenzo's really been disappointing in this series, but if he can have a Game 7, none of that will matter. There's a nice and one for Odavia Shepherd, and although Milwaukee's offense has been on fire so far, Cleveland's has been pretty good too, and they're only down by 7, but they could be down by a lot more. Here comes Cam Reddish inside, no good. Nice rebound by Miles Turner, who gets the putback to make it a 5-point game, about 3-ish minutes to go, a little bit over. Nice move by Giannis. He gets it to Tyrell Terry. They're going to call that a 3. It looked like a 2, but Terry backed his foot up behind the line within the nick of time, so it is a triple. 25-17, there's Killer King Reddish for 3. Nice shot for the Cavs, and both offenses remain hot, even with the second units out there. Trey Burke, a little bit too much space. He hits for triple, and Milwaukee just seemingly cannot miss right now. They're up by 8. Here comes Porter flying inside. He gets the and one. A big bucket for Kevin Porter Jr., and the Cavs are keeping this game within reach as it's only a 5-point deficit with under a minute to go in the quarter. Reddish flies inside. He gets the slam. Now a 1-possession game. Not a lot of time left. Bucks bring the lead back up to 5 as Trey Burke has the basketball guarded by Porter, and Trey Burke gets in with ease, gets the layup. You know it's bad when you're getting cooked by Trey Burke. Here's Cam Reddish. He's going to hold on to it, takes a 3 at the buzzer, and it rims out. So that'll do it for quarter number 1. A very high-scoring game. The Milwaukee Bucks appear to not be able to miss currently, and they lead 36-29. 36-31 now early in the second quarter, and there's a quick lob from Carter over to Giannis. Again, if Antetokounmpo drives to the basket, there's no reason that the Bucks offense can't stay hot. There's a tough 3 for Kawhi Leonard, and the Cavs are going to keep shooting the ball well, it looks like. 38-34 now. Shepherd with a nice move on DiVincenzo. Shepherd's done a little bit of everything. 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Certainly should be able to get a triple-double with ease today. There's a nice 3 for Reddish. He stays hot. Cam Reddish has been electric in this series against Milwaukee, currently with 8 points. Shepherd now backing down on DiVincenzo, trying to put Cleveland up for the first time today, and he does. Nice move by Shepherd, and it's now 41-40. The Bucks offense appears to be cooling down, but Cleveland is staying hot. Kawhi drives by Giannis in for the slam. Nice move by the Claw. Cleveland up by 3 on the fast break. Higgins-Wycraft over to Reddish. Reddish gets the and one, and the Cavaliers still cannot miss today. They now lead by 6. Bucks on the following inbound. It's a pass out for Giannis. Quick catch and shoot 3. It goes down. The Bucks needed a little bit of momentum, and they get some. Now a 7-point deficit as Kawhi tips it. Stolen by Higgins-Wycraft on the fast break. Leonard to Shepherd for 3. It is good, and the Cavaliers are now up by 10. 43-53. Ensuing Milwaukee possession, Terry gets it to Janan Musa, who gets a big shot. Again, the Bucks needed a quick bucket there. They do, to bring the lead back within 8. But my goodness, has Cleveland's offense been impressive today. 45-53, ensuing Milwaukee possession in the corner for Dante DiVincenzo, and immediately the Bucks bring the lead back down to 5. 48-55 now as it's Cristiano inside, gets it to Trey Burke. Burke for 3, and the Bucks are starting to heat up again. They're now only down by 4. 51-55. Porter over to Mamadou, and that's Giannia, who gets the and one. Trey Burke called for the foul. Good to see Mamadou getting some buckets here late in the first half as it's back to being an 11-point game. Seems like both of these teams are going on short little runs as Jakub Pokovic hits the 3 for the Bucks, again bringing it within 8. Mamadou floats it up, no good, grabs his own rebound over to Kevin Porter Jr. for 3, no good. Big Fafa with the rebound, and he floats it in, 3rd time's the charm, over the stretched arms of the 7-7 Cristiano. As with 9 seconds, Cleveland won a last-second bucket. Cedric Garrett steps out of bounds and is pretty frustrated with himself. So Milwaukee will get the last-second shot. Trey Burke gets by Porter, has it tipped away. Pokovic recovers over to Cristiano, no good. That'll do it for the first half. And although the story of this series has been Cleveland's defense, today it's been about their offense, and they have been on fire here in both quarters of this game. Really looking good. Shepherd is 12, 8, and 7. Giannis has been fine. He is 9 points at the moment. Nobody's really taken over for the Bucks. Milwaukee had a great first quarter on offense and really came back down to earth in the second quarter. Let's see what happens here in quarter number 3 as Cedric Garrett quickly starting off with a dunk. Garrett's had a fairly quiet game so far. I mean, he had 7 points in the first half. That's not terrible, but he's had some big first half performances in the playoffs. There's DiVincenzo, another 3. It feels like Dante DiVincenzo is finally showing up. It took him 6.5 games, but he's finally doing it. Nice pass by Shepherd. Kawhi misses, grabs his own rebound, and eventually puts it back in. Nice move by Kawhi, who's had a pretty impressive Game 7. He currently is 11, 3, and 3. 57-68. Here's Dante DiVincenzo again. He cannot miss at the moment. Bucks now only down by 6. 62-68 the score. There's a nice little move by Shepherd over to Jason Higgins-Whitecraft, the rookie, with a big 3, and the Cavs are back up by 9. Bucks on the following possession. Here's Dzanan Musa off the mark. Carter with the rebound. He gets the putback to go in. And although the Cavs offense keeps playing well, the Bucks have still managed to stay in this game. Musa in the corner for Tyrell Terry, who has not missed tonight. Big shot for Terry. They need to get the ball in his hands more. It's only a 6-point game. Here is Musa with it. Lobs it up from a Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the slam. And Milwaukee brings it within 4. 69-73. Cavs could use a bucket. Shepherd misses, but Kawhi gets the putback and gets the layup. Big putback for the Claw. 69-75. Missed 3 from Dzanan Musa, and the Bucks are starting to cool down again. Shepherd on the fast break, trying to drive inside. He passes it out for Jason Higgins-Whitecraft, who gets another corner 3, and Cleveland is back up by 9. 69, nice, to 78. Big Fafa, no good. Kevin Porter Jr. comes flying in with the rebound and hits the mid-range. Nice shot for KPJ, and it's back to being an 11-point Cleveland lead. As here is Dzanan Musa with the basketball. Gets it to Tyrell Terry, who still cannot miss whatsoever. I don't know why the Cavs are leaving him wide open, because he is hot. 73-68, 7-point game. Drew Holiday lobs it up for Jose Cristiano. And with Jose's size, he's going to be able to finish that fairly often. Back to being a 5-point game now. Reddish over to Mamadou. Pump fake, and Echenia with the drive and the flush. Nice dunk for Mamadou. 7-point lead with a little bit under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Trey Burke misses the 3. Cleveland on the fast break, trying to spin up a quick possession. Here comes Garrett flying in for the slam. 9-point game for the Cavs following Cleveland possession. Kawhi Leonard goes for the step back 3, no good, but another offensive rebound, this time by Big Fafa, who gets the putback. The Cavs have really done well rebounding the basketball today. They've been really impressive down low. 75-86, Jackson Lewis wide open, and the Bucks are going to try to heat up again. Their offense really has not had that same spark since the first quarter. But they're only down by 10. This game is far from out of reach for them. Here's Drew Holiday in the corner now. He sinks for triple. Milwaukee brings it within 7. 81-88, under 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Lewis has his pocket picked by Kawhi. On the fast break, KPJ lobs it up. What a slam by Kawhi Leonard, who has had a great Game 7. 81-90. Holiday, quick 3 in the corner. It's good. Bucks cut it within 6 as Porter heaves it up from full court, and it goes in! Kevin Porter Jr. gives the Cavs a 9-point lead. Cam Reddish just had a full court shot a couple games ago back in Game 5. And now the Cavs get another one here in Game 7. This one's a little bit more impactful, though, because when Cam Reddish hit the full quarter, the Cavs are up by like 30. There's a big slam for Cedric Garrett. Cavs back up by double digits. Here is Giannis over to Tyrell Terry, who still cannot miss from 3 today. And Milwaukee still keeping this one in reach. Garrett, pump fake over to Odavius Shepherd, who is a rebound away from a triple-double, by the way. Tough shot in contact. It goes through. And Cleveland has been able to maintain this healthy lead, ranging from anywhere between like 8 and 12 points. Dzanan Musa, multiple offensive rebounds. Why not another one? Third time's for charm. Wendell Carter for 3, no good. The Bucks are really having some ugly offensive possessions here, I've got to say. And then on the other end, Odavius Shepherd with a quick slam. And the Cavs are now up by 14 points. Following Cleveland possession on an inbound, Shepherd for 3, it's good. And the Bucks are in a lot of trouble. Cleveland is now up by 17. Make it 15. 89-104. Another lob for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Milwaukee brings it within 12. And now the Cavs are starting to get sloppy. Kawhi's pass is intercepted by Dzanan Musa. On the other end, no good from 3. Wendell Carter with a rebound of the putback. And the Bucks are still finding ways to stay in this game, as they're now only down by 10. Higgins-Whitecraft then turns it over. Cleveland still is sloppy with the ball. Terry to Dzanan Musa, and the Bucks bring it within 7. Still anybody's ball game. Milwaukee's on a 10-0 run currently. Odavius Shepherd with it over to Higgins-Whitecraft. Not a lot of time left on the shot clock as he hits the line too. Big basket for Cleveland. They needed that one bad. 97-86 with 3 minutes to go. Tyrell Terry, air balls for 3, no foul, and that's going to be Cleveland ball. Very interesting calls there by the refs. I think Milwaukee kind of got hosed. Look at that, a clear foul there by Shepard. Certainly some contact there. And then this should have been a jump ball or what? Musa did step out of bounds while touching the ball, but Higgins-Wycraft was also touching it at the same time. I don't know, interesting call. But the Cavs get lucky, and then on the other possession, Jason Higgins-Wycraft hits a gigantic 3 to put the Cavs back up by 12, and Milwaukee's going to need a big run to get back in this game. Giannis, no good from the top of the key. Carter with the rebound. Tyrell Terry finally misses. Cleveland again on the fast break. Reddish's pass is immediately intercepted then by Giannis, and the Bucks get it right back. Antetokounmpo gets the and one to roll in. Gets the toilet roll layup to fall. Bucks again bring it within 9. It's still back and forth. Shepard heaves one up at the rim, and it's good. I don't know how that one fell, but it somehow did. Shepard now has a triple-double, by the way. 23, 11, and 11. Shepard again in contact, and it goes. Cleveland up by 11 with about a minute 40 left to go. Giannis has space from Curry range, drills it. So the Bucks have been able to keep this game competitive, but now that we're at the end here, Milwaukee needs a big-time run to survive. Giannis with the layup, despite tough defense by Kawhi, they bring it within 6 with a minute 7 to go. Big possession for Cleveland. If they can get a bucket here, that'd be gigantic. I think the Cavs wanted to chew clock, but sometimes you just gotta let it fly. Cam Reddish was wide open. He sinks the 3. It's a 9-point game. Giannis spinning around out of control, missing the layup, and a bucket on this possession could ice the game. That's not going to happen, though. Garrett loses control. It's Bucks ball. Milwaukee would call a timeout, and then the Bucks put the scrubs in. It's a 9-point game with 30 seconds left and your season's on the line, and you put the scrubs in? I mean, Mike Budenholzer deserves to be fired. That's how the game ends. Cavs are going back to the finals. A pretty unconventional way to do it, but hey, it works. The Milwaukee Bucks have blown a 3-1 lead, and I don't know how Mike Budenholzer will possibly keep a job. The Bucks coaching took them out of this series. They refused to adjust offensively after the Cavs switched their defense, and with 30 seconds to go and the game not out of reach, he put the scrubs in. I don't get that at all, but there you go. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going back to the finals for the first time since 2018. A pretty unconventional way to do it after Cleveland swept Boston in the first round and swept Detroit in the second round. They had some troubles with Milwaukee in this series at one point being down 3-1, but they came back. Wouldn't be the first time the Cavs have come back down 3-1 as Odavia Shepard holds up the Eastern Conference Champions Trophy. So there you go. The Cavs are going to the finals. As we take a look at the box score, Odavia Shepard was flawless today, 25, 13, and 12. But I think the great thing about us is that it was a team effort. Everybody contributed. We had 6 guys in the double figures. Everybody had at least 6 points. Everybody contributed. And I think unlike a lot of the super teams we've seen throughout the past 10 years, specifically some of those Cavs teams led by LeBron James, this is a really well-rounded team. We're 9 deep. And even though this team is very young, they're also resilient, battling back from a 3-1 deficit. Now, yes, part of that is that Mike Budenholzer and the Bucks are just dumb. I mean, why is Wendell Carter taking 7 threes? I mean, that's inexcusable. But point remains, this team battled back when they were battered and bruisered, and it looked like they were done. So now we got to see what happens in the Western Conference Game 7 between Phoenix and Golden State. We're going to simcast it, and it looks like the Warriors have control early, but it's close. And now Golden State is kind of starting to make a rout of it here late. And there you go. The Cleveland Cavaliers will be facing off against the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, just like old times. Victor Oladipo led Golden State with 39 points. Wiggins, Clay, Pascal, and Wiseman also in the double figures. You may notice there is no Steph Curry. He hyperextended his left knee in the second round of the playoffs. We'll be talking about his injury status in a second, but first let's take a look at the Suns box score. Devin Booker had 32 points. Unfortunately, he could not carry his team. I mean, it's kind of sad when Marquise Chris has 20. To be fair, on 9 of 9 shooting. Shout out to Marquise Chris, who's really resurrected his career. So here is our opponent, the Golden State Warriors, led by, of course, Steph Curry, who has not played since the second round of the playoffs. The Warriors made it to the finals without him, pretty much. Curry's status is day-to-day. It's unclear whether he will play in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, but after that, I think he will be good. This team is really deep, though. I mean, they have so many talented players. They're kind of like us. I mean, they have a superstar-level player. Ours is Odavia Shepherd. Theirs is Steph Curry. And they are really deep. And they were able to win a playoff series without their best player. And I think our team, I don't think our team would have been able to do that against Milwaukee, but I think had we not had Odavia Shepherd, I think our team is deep enough to do that against like Boston or Detroit. So that'll end today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time will be Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Actually, it'll be Games 1 and 2, excuse me. My apologies. Top-seeded Cavs, top-seeded Warriors. Should be a fun one. Let me know your NBA Finals predictions for not only this series, but also in real life, because why not? Hope everybody enjoyed. Peace out.